Hey YouTube, Psychopathic One back again with another Halloween review. This is episode 7. No, actually, yeah, it is episode 7. Sorry about that. I'm really happy. I just went to my videos and I saw that I have 133 views on my Creepshow 2 review, so that's a surprise there. I am going to review another cult classic, Wishmaster, and Wishmaster 2. It's a double feature, so this is going to be a double review. Short for each, like about 6, maybe 5 minutes. The first Wishmaster, in my opinion, it was a classic. Definitely the best one of the series. I didn't really care for part 4. I'm not really a love story person. Although I do like The Crow, but that's more action love story. But anyways, Wishmaster 1 is basically the beginning of everything, like God, heaven, devil, and hellfire. God bringing the angels to earth. And between the two worlds there was the jinn, or genie, where genie comes from is the jinn. And the jinn aren't happy creatures. They're not like what you'd see in fairy tales. Like, they sweetened it up a little bit. The jinn are actually really evil, and you make a wish, but you have to be very careful to make your words the right words, otherwise he'll fuck around with your wish. Anyways, this movie is incredibly gory, to me at least. Like, I've seen a lot of gory films, but definitely one of the goriest of 1997. That's when the first one came out. And some people say this movie sucked. The first one sucked. I definitely liked it. The special features on it are pretty cool too. Not really a special feature, but the setup is 16:9 widescreen, 5.1 digital audio, digitally remastered for DVD, animated interactive menus, scene access, theatrical teaser, and theatrical trailer, director's commentary track, and a full-length 4-scene documentary, which for 4 scenes, that is a really long documentary. It's like 30 to 35 minutes. Behind the scenes footage, again, going along with the documentary. Anyways, this film, in my eyes, like, it really makes you think about the genie legends. Like, you must be careful what you wish for. That's what it says for the punchline. Sorry about the reflection there. And there's the gem he comes out of. And Andrew Divoff is in both of these. If you don't know who Andrew Divoff is, you can look him up on a little film called Air Force One. He was the bad guy in that, and he's still a bad guy in these 2 movies. Of course, he plays the Jinn. And he plays both the monster version, right there, and there. He looks different in all of them, but Andrew Divoff only played in the first 2. But he played both the creature and the human form, so you actually get to look at him taking off the face of a corpse that looks just like him, and he morphs into a human being. That had to be done with computer effects, so that's understandable. But the effects in this, like the gore effects, are amazing. Like, Robert Kurtzman created this movie and Wes Craven presented it. Like, I think it was like the co-producer of it. Oh, and Kane Hodder's in this. They're all featured as cameos except for Robert Englund, who has a pretty big part. Tony Todd plays a pretty small part in it. Robert Englund's in it. He plays one of the biggest parts. And Kane Hodder, his part is pretty cool. The Wishmaster just walks right through him because he says, "You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see you walk right through me." and I think that's what he says, but he takes that as a wish, so naturally makes it happen and turns him basically into a reflective thing, and then just walks right on through. And anyways, these wishes, they should choose their words more carefully, but some of them know what their wish is gonna happen. And one guy, he wishes he had $1,000,000, but what happens? His mom dies, and then whoop, gets himself $1,000,000. Greedy bastard. And there's just wish upon wish upon wish upon wish in this movie. So it lived up to its title, and introduced you to a new version of what a genie is. And anyways, moving on to Wishmaster 2. By the way, I give Wishmaster a 9.9 out of 10 hatchets. Definitely worth the watch, definitely worth the buy, because most people who have seen it and who liked it, they definitely say rent it and you'll want to buy it, which is the god honest truth. And definitely Wishmaster 2, I didn't really care for it. I'm glad they put it in a double pack. It's a double-sided DVD, by the way, right there. I thought it would be a 2-disc, but anyways, it's an Artisan Home Entertainment Production DVD double feature. Sorry about my voice right there, lost some breath. Anyways, Wishmaster 2, basically the first one revised, like he comes out of the statue, comes out of the gym, is awakened by basically not really a leader, but one of the gang members that's part of this bank robber, bank thief type of people, sorry. And what happens is, one of the members, who of course again is a woman like in the first one, I forgot to mention that, he always has to give the waker 3 wishes in order to rule the entire universe upon the 3rd wish. But what happens in the second one, the woman ends up leaving right as the djinn's about to come to life, and what happens is her so-called boyfriend ends up getting shot by one of the police officers and ends up just having like a bloody leg. He's basically bleeding to death, and tentacle after tentacle just jumps from the wall. His head just jumps there, and then he ends up crawling on the floor like a spider, kind of like this. And he asks him, would you like me to ease your suffering? And the guy ends up wishing he had never been born. And here comes a computer effect. He just starts morphing and morphing. First he morphs into a young adult, then he morphs into a teenager, then he morphs into like a 7-year-old, then he morphs into a baby, then he morphs into a really, really little infant, and then he just morphs into nothing. So he should have wished for something else, wished to be alive and safe. So he made the wrong decision. And this one, the subtitle for it is Evil Never Dies, which they made 4 sequels, so yeah, I guess you can say that. It was also used as a punchline in Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. I think Wes Craven did that one, I forget. Anyways, it's based off of Wes Craven designs, so yeah. Anyways, the punchline for that was true evil never dies. And I think the reason they called this one Evil Never Dies is because in this one the djinn, he talks a lot more, and Andrew Divoff actually got to show off his talent of he could speak 9 different languages, and I have a Boogeyman DVD, killer compilation thing. I'll review that at a later time, not during the Halloween, because I'm reviewing movies and stuff like that. But anyways, this film wasn't really all it was cracked up to be. Some people said it was great. Oh, much better than the first. Bullcrap in my opinion, but everybody has their own opinion. I'm not judging. But I just didn't really think too strongly of this film. So, out of Hatchets, I give it about a 2 to about a 4.5 out of 10 Hatchets. The reason being, it is watchable, but you're not really going to get your money's worth out of it. You're mostly going to be buying this for the first one, because the first one is the best one. Right there. The first one's the best one. Definitely, in my opinion. Again, Robert Kurtzman made the first one, so I give him a lot of credit. Like, I usually see him in K&B, Kurtzman, Nicotero, and Berger, as a special effects artist. And he's actually does a cameo in the film of the first one. He gets piano wires put on him, so those are actually his effects on himself, and he gets his head ripped off, and it just rolls down, and then that's a really cool effect right there. And there's a part in here that will gross you out. Robert Englund ends up puking out his guts. Like, literally, he pukes out this big glob of guts, and then something is, like, on the end of it, like a big pulsating thing. I guess you can call it a demon heart. But what comes out of it is a big old tentacle, and it tries to get the waker. Her name's Alex. Just thought you should know the name. And the name, I think it's Morgana in the second one. I only watched the second one like twice. I showed it to my mom's boyfriend the second time I watched it, to show him it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Tiny Zeus Lister's, or Tommy Tiny Lister Jr., he makes a cameo in it, but he's only in it for like, as a prison guard, for like 10, maybe 15 minutes at the most. Anyways, definitely check this DVD out. You can probably find it at a Walmart in a bargain bin for like $5. That's where I found it. It came with a booklet, but sadly, when I went back to look at the production notes booklet, because that's what the booklet was, I couldn't find it. It just straight up disappeared. Maybe somebody was looking at it and might have misplaced it, but anyways, the important thing is at least I didn't lose the movie. Because if I would have lost the movie, I would have hated to have to pay another $5 and then find it on another day, on another rainy day. So anyways, that's my review on Wishmaster and Wishmaster 2, Evil Never Dies. Tell me what you thought of the films. Tell me if you liked them, you hated them. Just let me know your opinion. Some people might have hated the first one. Some people might have loved the second one. But I do like the Wishmaster series. But the first one will always be my favorite one. So, peace out. Hope you enjoy Wishmaster, and keep it gory and keep it horror. Psychopathic one out.